Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. Here is 2025 coming at you. I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but today is January 1st, 2025. This is my 50th floss tube. I should say thank you for all who have stopped by and checked out my channel. I think with y'all will know this will irritate me before we get done. I have a lot of things to show today. I have some stash that I purchased. I've got whips, or I have a haul, whips, what's coming up. I don't know, there's a bunch. I feel like, and there's the deaf cat. If you don't already know, I have a deaf cat and she can't hear anything, so she'll scream at me. So I may have to stop the video just to get her, to appease her highness. And we've all been sick in the family, so it's all been, ever since my birthday, we've been sick. And then the sunlight's doing its weird thing, so I'm really hoping this doesn't affect it either. But, Tiggs, she's literally right behind me just screaming. Okay, anyway, my name is Carey. I'm known here as the Patient Stitcher and over on Instagram as the Patient Stitcher. Thank you all for who have come back and she's underneath me now. Thank you all for have come back and just blessed me, because I feel very blessed in this time and with everybody here. So I'm telling you, I've got new starts coming up. I've got 2 completed from my whip go board. I've got whips, haul, shh, stop. So let's get started. So this week, give me a second, I gotta pull my whips off my bed. Oh, stop it, Tiggs. I have several whips that I worked on this week. I will show you the one I just took off this Q-snapped here just a minute ago. This is actually supposed to be a finish that I'm supposed to have in 2025. So I figured I might as well just jump on it and do some work. And boy, did I ever. I only did like 3 days on this, but I got some work done. I worked on New Year's Eve too. And all my famous looking. I actually probably won't get rid of this one. This one's been through the ringer. But this is, it's Winter White Santa from Mirabilia. She gonna be beautiful. I did start this. I did a smallest start. I can show you where I was at before. And like I said, this will probably come up quite a lot in 2025 because I want to get it done in 2025. And I really didn't have a whole lot done, which was kind of sad. And here is where we are now. Make sure I got it upside down. I got it the wrong way. I think I got it the wrong way still. Nope, there we go. I had it the right way the first time. And here's where we are now. Get some of these threads out of the way because they will even irritate me. But if I've only had a couple stitches, I'm trying hard not to move them around too much and get them. I don't want to cut them off just yet. Okay, here we go. So I actually did quite a lot. This is the end over here. Is the end. There's like a bunch of winter white. It's a floss that I've used in my reindeer. I don't have very much more of it, so I'm going to have to purchase some of that. So I'm doing sections with this one, and this is a 4-block section. And I can show you. Stop it. Be nice. I can show you where my goals are. This was my goals. I put it in different sections, and I wanted to have it done in 8 months. And then it gives me 4 months to bead. I don't really need 4 months, but it's a lot of beads in here. So this is the section pretty much that I'm working on. You can see where that's the corner. This is all winter white. And now I'm working like right in here. So I really don't have much more to go for January to get that block done for January. And not every section is a huge section. So I think I'm just going to play it by ear of where I can put time in on this, because I have another big project. It's another Mirabilia, and she's just as big. So, yep, that's what we're working on. I feel like I got some major progress. I did not count the stitches on it, but I can guarantee you it was definitely over 1,000, if not more. Each section, I do believe, is 4 10-block squares, and it's It's wide. She's a wide one. So there was number one. I worked on that one. I also worked on, I'm trying hard not to make things like sound horrible because this is in my trusty, you know, Ziploc baggie. I know in my last video I said that I was going to work on this, and I did. This is Have Faith by the Cottage Garden Samplers. This is number 7 in the Songbird Garden series. I'm horrible today, I'm telling you. Sick, no words, and my goal was to work on this bluebird. She's done. So let me show you where I was at before. And I am working on this with the PD Stitcher. Tamara, she is also working on this. She did one before, and I fell in love with the one she was doing before, and I asked her, I was like, if you do another one, can I join you? And she said yes. And here's where we are now. I love that bluebird. I think he is the coolest thing. So, isn't he neat? Oh, wrong way. I absolutely love it. This is stitched on 40 count. I saved all my tags. I'm going to actually do a Google Doc because I watched somebody who did the Google Doc and I love her idea. So I'm totally going to steal it. And I put this tag somewhere and I can't find it to save my life. Horrible I am. This is 40 count from Picture This Plus, Newcastle, pewter Newcastle linen. And I do believe there's going to be, so this is the one side, and it does go up a little bit farther, comes up from the bird and comes up this way, but I have enough to do another one. So I think what I'm going to do is once I finish this one, this bluebird and Have Faith, I'm going to pick another one tomorrow. I'm going to pick another one and do another one from the series. I just think that they're so beautiful and I really like them. So definitely going to pick another one to go with that. Okay, what else do I have? I did one more. I'm trying to find all my stuff. Oh, I can't forget this one. I'm doing a sal with this one as well. So this is called Eyes of the Forest, and I can show you what it's supposed to look like. And I can also show you what she looked like before. My goal every month is to get at least 5,000 stitches on this. I did get 5,000 stitches on her, and I can give you my percentage. I'm not as far. I am definitely not as far as Elle is, but I at least got some done on her. 5,000 stitches a month is what I'm looking at. And I'm at 20.65 at the moment. I got about 5,064 stitches, but her eye is done. I went and got the floss, stopped messing around with it, and here is where we are at now. Let me get this needle out of here. And the sun is doing a weird thing, so and here's where we are now. Isn't she beautiful? So I worked on, let me get this side. I figured since I was already this far over, I said I'm just going to work this section. Pulled my Q-snap over and then just started working on her. I did finish the eye. I think when you pull it back this far, I'm like, I feel like this owl is staring at your soul. But Elle did hers in blue, which is the original color that you're supposed to do. And I don't know why, but I wanted to change this to yellow. And I will say that this was, I don't know why I picked difficult things, but I picked a difficult thing to start changing some colors with. It couldn't be like hair on a mirabilia or something, but no. Like, I did not know we had 30 different colors of yellow, but I might be exaggerating, but I feel like it was 30 colors of yellow. And we do. The DMC has a plethora of yellow. So, yep, this is where we did 5,000 stitches on her. I brought the Q-snap over this direction right here and started working in this area. Now, to be fair, I had to rip out some stitches, and I'm going to show you exactly where my mistake is. About 300 so far. I probably got about 300 more to go. This color right here is a blend. It's $3.79 and $3.799 and $3.10. And I messed up and did like some light color. Obviously, you can tell it's not the right stitch. So I got to pull out like those stitches right there, all of those stitches coming down. And then I do believe I realized my mistake like up in this direction somewhere. So I stopped stitching it, but I did pull it all out. And if you can see on the eye over here, that's where that stitch would have been and where it was. So I took it all out and then put the new stitch in. So also it's out here as well. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to go this direction the next time around or if I'm going to continue to go across this way with this blue. This is the trees that are coming right in here. So I'm really intrigued about how that's going to go. So again, in January, she will get another 5,000 stitches. I think Elle is almost like at 30%, so she's quite a ways ahead of me, but this thing stitches up so nicely and so fast, and I absolutely love it. So again, will come out again in January, just because I absolutely love it. And I do believe Elle and I our goals are to finish that in 2025. That is not on my finished Whipco board. It is just a finish for 2025. I think we can do it. So it's a big piece. So speaking of plans and all of the things, I'm just going to throw that back on my bed. I have pulled 3 whips from my big white tubs. And when I mean big white tubs, it's like the ones that you stick clothing in or Christmas decorations in. They're not ultra huge, but they're still pretty big. I have pulled 3, and I'm going to spin the wheel on my phone. That's what I'm going to do. I've watched a couple of Flosstubers this past couple weeks, the month, on what theirs is, and I picked it apart some of the pieces. In fact, I'm going to mention a few of them because I think that's a really nice thing to do. All were new to me, almost all Aussie Stitchers, which is fabulous. I have Heather the Confetti Stitcher. I've actually heard her name several thousand times, but do you think I actually did anything with them? No, because I just didn't look. She mainly does a lot of full coverage pieces, which I think, Elle, you would love her. She a ton of full coverage pieces. But she's the one that does her whip go board, and when someone calls it, she spins it to see how many stitches she does. So I kind of stole that from Heather. She also plays a Yahtzee game for 2 of her pieces that she's constantly doing, and I guess she times that by 10. Really, really neat. But yeah, she also is one of the stitchers that got me to come over to the Haid Challenge, which is coming up here soon for 2025. Sally, she's the Flossy Sew and Grows. She's super cute. I absolutely love her. She has at least 4 or 5 charts that she's working on that I wished I had money for, but eventually I'm definitely gonna purchase a crap ton of her. She just hit 2,000 followers. I have all my notes. Like, I wrote all my notes. Sticky notes, you name it. I got it all. And she has a primitive hair Sal, which I have tons of primitive hair. I have tons of primitive hair patterns, but I have not done any yet. So, and I have their fabric. I've done a couple things, and I've purchased a lot over the time, so I absolutely love them. Let me see. Dark X Stitcher Nadia. Congratulations, she just got engaged. Not that she probably watched this, but that's okay. She has this prefix bathroom from a Harry Potter that I've never even seen before, and of course I started Googling, and I literally almost jumped almost as hard as I did with the owl. And she has Venom. I haven't seen Venom in, like, goodness gracious, since like the 80s or 90s, and I used to be infatuated with Venom. Andy the Crow Stitcher, she's actually posted quite a few since I've watched her. She does this interesting thing is she empties a bobbin, she puts it bobbin for money, and I can't explain it all, but she finishes something and throws it in her thing, and then once it's collected, she collects the money. It's almost like kind of like Stitch from Stash, but really neat. She also does an alphabet game and a clue game, which I thought was really, really cool. Stitching with Ebony. She's got a lot of full coverage pieces too. Elle, I thought about you when I saw Ebony. She's also the one that I'm going to probably steal the Google Doc information. She has all her stuff from that she does on Flosstube or that she's working on her Google Doc, and she just pastes it on her Flosstube. Girl, kudos. I'm stealing it. I just wanted to let you know. She does a Fancy Friday. She's doing, obviously, a new start. And she's doing 5% on the rest of all her full coverages for the year. Obviously, this is a first. And I just, yeah. So, the last one that I watched, not really last, but all still new to me. I've heard some of their names mentioned before. I just never jumped on board. Tisk tisk myself because they were awesome and I loved listening to them. I loved listening to the accents, which was phenomenal. 310 Stitcher, she has Hathaway stitches. She mentioned Hathaway stitches. I haven't gone over to check them out yet, but she calls all of our projects investments. And how 100% right are you? That is exactly what these are. These are investments. I call them my love investments because I love them to stitch on them. If I don't love them, I won't stitch them. If I fall out of love with it, it'll probably just go in a basket until God only knows when. But she has a really cool thing, and I don't think I could do this because I have way too many whips to do this, but she has magnets and a board with all her whips on it. So if she's like pulling it for a project or she's doing something else with it, she just has these magnets with all the information on it, and she can write like how many stitches she wants to do on them. It was a really, really cool idea. However, like I said, I don't think that I have enough space for a magnet board or magnets with all my whips that I have, but I love the idea. And she wants to finish 2 whips a year, which she has some really large projects, so I cannot wait to see what she does finish. I've, of course, caught up with PD Stitcher. She, amazing. I do my, my sow with her. She's the Cottage Garden Sampler. If you do not watch PD, you should. She has several projects, and they're different. So, like, she has the one we're working on. She's doing, I do believe, everybody was doing this whip, and it was really cool. And I do have a project that's similar to it, but it was really, I love it. She's made huge progress on it, and many more. Like, I'm missing half at least. And then, of course, I watched Elle. She just did a whip parade. Actually, PD Stitcher Tamara just posted hers today. I just haven't watched it yet. Elle just did hers as well. I'm halfway through. I'm finally caught up. She had Flossmas. I'm barely catching up with everybody. But if you want to see someone who does full coverage projects, you need to go over to Elle because she has an immense amount of them, and they're all so stunning and very beautiful. So that's it for my stitchers. So the reasons why I brought them up is because my plans. I have 2 whip go boards. I have my finishes for 2025, and if you see, if there's a 12 on here, like the Candy Cane Santa, the Christmas Stitcher, Mummy's Moonlight Cafe, Haunted Library, Daily Prayer, Here's My Pleasures of Winter, which I am finishing in 25, Santa's Arrival Stocking, the Snow Queen, which is another huge project. I'm pulling these out every month. I did bring them up here to show you, but I'm pulling them out every month because I won't finish some of these projects if I don't. They need consistent work to get them done, but I am a sucker for a challenge. So instead of me picking stitches, that's where we're going. So here's my finishes for 2025. Some of these are very close. I'm going to show you the 2 that were picked this month. So we have number 11, which was Hummingbirds, which is a small project, which I think I'll work at lunchtime for my job. This is a very old project, but this is what it looks like. Oh, here, I can't. Oh, there's. I don't have a lot done on it, but it can be done. I just have to be patient. And here's where we're at. And hopefully by the end of this month, you're going to see it finish. So that's number 1 project. Put that back in here. And then it'll free up these itty bitties that I made. Because the other one is also an itty bitty. And I have to actually rip out these stitches. So, but I don't think this should take me any longer either. So it's called the Between Two Evils. I do not have as much done on this one as I did because I think I messed it up. But I'll look at it in a little bit later and make sure. Come on. Again, a small. And that's really where I'm at with it. I can't tell. I think I actually did it this way and I'm not supposed to. Maybe it'll work. I'll just see what the measurements are. That's where we're at. So another finish. Supposedly, I started this one got started May 18th of 2020, or May 20th of 2018. I don't know. That was my first mania, so it could have been 2018. Yes, actually it was. She needs to be finished. She's coming up on never being done in 10 years. Ridiculous. I will show you my 2 new starts that are happening today. But I have 2 starts. I'm going to throw these back here a little bit. So I am going to spin the wheel for these. So this is my Whip Go board for my new starts. This is what's going to come up this year. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about this. And the ones that got called, put this over here. The ones that got called, number 11 was the Quilters in Residence, Stitchers in Residence, My Needles and Pins. This is by Foxwood Crossing. And I will say, I do not have the floss, or I have all the colors, but I do not have, I don't have the floss. I don't have the fabric for this, so I might have to look in my stash. But I've been wanting to start this, and I think I might, we'll see. I might do all 3. It's a new start, so we'll see. Could this be a finish as well? It might. Who knows? So there's that. And then this one is where I'm going to draw my, I'm going to actually spin the wheel because it's a very large project. And it's not that I don't want to spend time on it, because I do. And Elle, you're probably not going to be very surprised about this because, you know, I'm not full of surprises. It's the Laney Art. It is the Snowy Owl. And I got this, I believe, as a birthday present like a couple years ago. And I have been wanting to start it. It does have all the floss. It has the fabric. I actually don't know what it's stitched on. It's Ada. I'm going to do it, but it's Ada. And I'm not normally typically an Ada kind of person. So once I get done with that, I might want to try this one. I love this picture. So those are going to be my new starts. So for the owl, let's do this really fast. I have my wheel going, and this is, I'm going to tap to spin it, and I have it from 100 to 1,000. See how many stitches I'm doing on my owl. Oh, that's a, 800. I actually think that's a great start. Here, I'm going to do this really fast so I can remember what I just did. 800 stitches is going to be amazing. So 800 stitches on my owl. And then I'm going to show you, I pulled 3 whips out of my box downstairs in the basement. And I'm going to show you what those are as well. And I'm going to spin to see how many those are going to do. But let's go with our new starts of what we're going to do this year. I have 2 new starts that I'm going to pick out this year, but I'm going to give you my haul of what I purchased. I actually have more stuff coming in. I think you guys remember me talking about this. This is my finish this year, so I had to purchase this. I purchased the Bush Christmas because I ran out. This is for someone we missed, someone we love. So I had to purchase some more of this to actually finish that. So I will put that with my kit. And the reasons why I'm showing you the haul is because one of the pieces is a piece of fabric that's going to go with my new start today. And I had one of these, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. And I really like it to use for my stitching, to get my stitching to be better. Someone mentioned it, and then I realized that I can't still find mine when I purchased it a long time ago. But it is called a Snag Nabbit. It's really cool. It actually snags, so if you have like a loose thread somewhere or something else, you can use this, and this bristles at the end will catch your and actually pull it taut. So this thing is really amazing. So got that as well. And of course, everything can't go by itself, so I saw something in my cart which I thought was really amazing. It's In the Gloaming by Mary McDonald, and I'm loving this gate. I'm thinking the fabric she stitched that on was Haunting. Am I wrong? No, it's Mirage by Picture This Plus, but Haunting would look really good on this one. Sorry, it's like, but I'm loving the crows. I love the skull. I love the moon. Is it going to get started this year? Probably not, but I had to get it. So there's that. And then, of course, I purchased some 25 count Lugana, and it's gridded. I normally have not done gridded, but this is going to go for my new start. Oh, I actually have another whippa. I'll get back to that in a minute. This is for my new start, which is going to happen today. The Jelly World from the 2025 Haid Sal. I can show you what it's supposed to look like. So that's going to go for that. And here's my floss that I already pulled out. I literally only had to purchase like 5 or 6 skeins. I already had everything else in my stash. So, and people did get this early, but I don't know. I didn't want to start it early. I wanted to be like New Year, New Start. So I kept it as a New Year, New Start. So when I get done with doing this, I'm going to do a little bit of homework and eat some dinner and work on my new starts. Because this is my other new start, and my husband picked this out for me. This is my chatelaine. I've owned this for like 5 or 6 years. I've flossed this like, I got all the flosses. Like, it's insane, all the flosses that I have for this. And I have the fabric, so I can show you what it's supposed to look like. And I have no plans to work on any of these in definite like manner or way, especially not my chatelaine. However, I don't know if I can get my 6 pages done with this. This is Jelly World. But I'm going to play with it. I'm going to have fun with it. I love the colors. And I think that's like one of my most interesting pieces. And a project that I actually forgot to pull out or show you is I did work on this one. It's To All a Good Night. Come on, come out of your bag. Why are you being like that? It's To All a Good Night. And I can show you where I was at before. And here's where we're at now. And honestly, it was fun to stitch it. So I got a little bit more of the pants to finish. There we go. So I got to finish like this section of the one side of the pants, and then there's another, and then the hat is here, and his boots are down below. This really doesn't have much to go. So we'll see where I get at with it. I don't know why. I just picked it up out of the thing and said, all right, let's play with this. And I picked it up. It was kind of fun to stitch it over Christmas. It was one of my lunchtime projects, which was kind of nice. And last but not least, the whips. The whips are going to be fun. I don't know if they're going to be fun, but I just reached into my box downstairs and pulled out 3 whips. I only knew what the first one was, but I do not know what the rest of them are. Oh, Lord. And they're all big. All right, so they're not really big, but remember, I want to work on, if you're new and you just popped in, I'm working on every single one of my whips. Did this like 4 years ago, I think, and I felt very productive doing this. So again, that's what I'm going to do. This is a stamped project. It's called Needle Treasure, or it's from Needle Treasures. It is the Silver Bell run, and I can show you what it looks like. So it's going to be like, and I'm not doing a whip parade this year because I feel like going through all my whips and showing you guys every month a whip that I touch is going to be just the same. And here is what it looks like. I've already finished quite a few sections, but there's still quite a few that I have not done. I wished I could finish this year. This would be nice to finish, but now I'm going to spin the wheel and see how many stitches we're going to put into this sucker. I mean, there will still, even if I put 1,000 stitches into it, it's not going to finish it. So let's do this really fast. Close. I'm going to do another spin. $500, $600, $500. Yep, 500 stitches are going into that one. Man, this could already wanting me to go crazy. Put that on my bag so I know. I'm actually going to put it inside because I'll lose it if I don't. So that's number 1 whip. Sorry. Bag I did. That was really cute. I really like this one. Disney Castle. So this one, another bag. So I guess I had all bags up front. You guys have seen this one before. I actually stitched on this quite a lot. Saturday Evening Post. This one is called Halloween Tricks. It's actually from November 2nd of 1935. I actually really like stitching on this. And I can show you, I hand dyed this fabric myself. I can show you where I'm at, and then I can show you, or then we'll figure out how many stitches I need. Okay, and this is where we're at. I mean, I really do like where it came. I don't remember when I did this, and this I do believe is 28 count. It came from, I do believe, I hand dyed it, which I love. I do believe it came from Hobby Lobby, and then I just dyed it myself. And let's see how many stitches that one's getting. Hate the glare. Oh Lord. 700. I'm gonna be stitching. I'm gonna be on fire this month. I ain't got no time off either. Okay, 700 for that one. Kind of can't see where these. I'm kind of excited to see where these are gonna go. And last but not least, this one, I haven't done this one in a while either, probably since the last time I touched it. Again, I love this fabric. I love this bag. I made it. And this is from a Dimensions. It's called Silent Flight. There's a lot of half stitches in this one. And I can show you where we were at. And if I don't get them done this month and I work on them in another month, that's just what happens. But until I clean out what I've already done, then I won't do much. Up or down? Can't tell. I think it goes this way. Alright, maybe. So that's where, oh yeah, right there's the head. You can see where I started before and messed up. I tried to take it out, but I didn't do so. So let's see how many stitches this one's going to get. I really do love this one. It's really pretty. Okay. Aww. 200. Okay. 200 it is. At least that, hey, I look at it this way. 200 stitches is better than no stitches. So that's why I'm doing this, so all mine get a little bit of a something, right? Excuse me, sorry about the zipper. All right. So I guess that's pretty much all of my, like I said, you're going to see projects that, I guess I should do plans. I'm going to work on my new starts. I'm going to work on my finishes. I'm also going to be working on the piece that, excuse me, my nose is itching. I'm going to be working on my Trick or Treat Haid. That's going to get 5,000 stitches. I can't guarantee that my Eyes of the Forest is going to get 5,000 stitches before my next video, but it's still going to, in January, it's going to get 5,000 stitches. Other than that, I'm just going to continue to go to town and keep stitching and work on all the things. If that's what you're here for, I appreciate you stopping by, and I was glad. It was nice to spend some time with you. But as for life, not much has changed. I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year. I'm hoping that the new year brings lots of promise for everybody, and yeah, because we all need it. And sorry, I've been drinking lots of tea because this cold and whatever has been like insanely crazy. Everybody's sick. But my new job is going well, and my husband's job is going well. We were just out for Christmas break, so he was home for a little bit. My one daughter, unfortunately, didn't. She lost her job literally just yesterday. So I think when seasonal things happen, you can only hope that they'll keep you, but most of it doesn't work out that way. So she'll be on the lookout, and we'll be doing good. Avi, if you wonder, Avi had the best Christmas. She is such a sweet child that when she saw how many presents she had, and yes, she did have a lot, but they weren't very expensive, so she did tend to get more than what you would think. But she was like, I don't need all these presents and we can give them away. Do you want some, Mimi? And I was like, no, sweetheart, they're all yours. And her sweet nature is pretty amazing. So, but really, I don't have as much. I'm excited for this new year coming up. I have some extremely big plans, not only in our stitching world. I'm planning on quilting a ton. I just plan on finishing and probably starting way too many projects. Working a little extra. Our goals this year are to pay off more bills because we've gone into some serious debt with our kids and where they're at in life and trying to help deal with all their things. So I'm actually thinking I'm posting something on TikTok about that because, and I've seen a lot of other people do it, but people get so discouraged with their finances. I mean, my husband and I were out of debt. That is not the case anymore. In 2.5 years, we've gone further in debt than we have probably even the prior years. Yes, it is rescuing our children. It's helping them out too. I mean, granted, it is what it is, but I wouldn't stop not helping my children out no matter what. I know it probably put us in a pickle, but we're on good roads. We're on good roads. So I kind of want to encourage people who are older and later on in life that no matter what situation you're in, you can get yourself out of it. You just really have to hunker down and have plans in order to make those things happen. My husband and I are both on board, so that's even better. And then we obviously want to move and hopefully buy a home, but we have to get into a different position. So with that being said, we'll just keep looking and we'll keep trucking along. And that, I don't really have much more. So I hope you guys have the best new year. I will see you in a couple of weeks, and happy stitching.